Today's video is called the anger path, and it's based on some experiences, some growth that I experienced. The video is really good for people who are couples thinking about getting married, or married couples, just anybody really. And I give you a couple of good examples in there. I believe they're good examples because they were examples that helped me learn when I needed it to learn. And in there, I will elaborate on the scenario of how it could go wrong or it can go right. And I'm on the path. And so that path you see behind me is the path to the Hollywood sign. And so in another video, we're going to visit the Hollywood sign. At this point, I wasn't dressed to go jogging or hiking. Yes, I wasn't dressed to go hiking, so I just kind of hid in the bushes and jumped out. I was busting up because it was like when I was looking at the background and the path, and we're going to use that as an analogy, as a metaphor. I was like, I'm going to hide behind these things. And you guys, I messed up, man. I literally got like splinters in my socks and stuff bit me. I was like, that's like a crazy path up to the Hollywood sign. But anyhow, the concept, the metaphors, the video, the anger path, it's personal to me in the sense that these are some of the things that I had to learn and that I had to apply to my life. And today, whenever I feel rushed or in a hurry, you might have remembered from the drive too, I talk about patience is waiting with a good attitude, and that anger is a secondary emotion. Anger will always be a secondary emotion. It just will.
Hey, how's it going? Hi, I'm here today to talk to you about anger. Anger is a very energetic emotion, and it gives you a good energy that you can use for positive things. Like you see athletes use frustration and anger to go out there in the field and play harder. You see people like, there's some parents like dads that work hard and moms that work hard because they want to provide for their kids. And they actually have to feel a little angry that they didn't go to high school and college and they have to work 12 hours instead of 8 hours. So they use anger as that energy. But I want to give you another example. Okay? Anger is always going to be a secondary emotion. And anger is a very good energetic emotion. So be careful how you use it. And as an adult, we have to be careful and not tell people things about their anger, like you're an angry person, because then what ends up happening is like, all right, I'll clean my room, and use a lot of cuss words, and they're all angry and they have all this energy and clean their room. But the problem with that is they get used to only completing a task when they're angry. And we don't need anger to be successful. But what my point is today is that anger has a lot of energy, and if it's harnessed, it can be used. For example, let's say I'm about to be awarded a special award tonight, okay? And I have to be there at 7 p.m. And my wife's ready at 6 p.m., so it's time for me to get in the shower, and she says, hey, honey, I'll be back. All right, remember, honey, we have to leave at 6:30. This night's very special to me. I'm getting an award. All right, so she says, I'll be back. I'm going to go to the store. I get in the shower, get out of the shower, get ready. Next thing you know, I look at the clock, and it's 6:30. It was supposed to be time for us to leave. She's not back yet. First thing I feel is I get worried, like, okay, she's been gone 30 minutes. She shouldn't have been gone this long, so I start to feel worried. First thing I feel, primary emotion, worry. Okay, So then I finish getting ready and I walk around, I look up the front, look down the driveway, nothing. Now it's 6:40. We were supposed to leave at 6:30. Now I'm scared. I'm worried, I'm scared, I'm anxious, I'm starting to stress a little, I'm getting sweaty. And so I get my cell phone and I call her. The cell phone rings in the bedroom. Oh my God, she didn't take her phone. So now I'm worried, I'm scared, I'm stressed, and I have a lot of anxiety. And aside from that, we were supposed to leave already at 6:30. Now it's 6:45. As I'm pacing around the living room, I hear the car pull up. I go to the window and, she's okay. First thing I feel, or I used to feel, and this is honest, this is real talk, guys, is once I knew she was okay, she's late. So what I would do is I would ignore that I was worried, I was scared, and I was stressed, and I was anxious, and anger came in after. But I would concentrate on anger. I'd take all that angry energy instead of choosing the right path. I chose the anger path, and I took my energy. And what I ended up doing is, she got off of the car. Imagine, and she has balloons and flowers, and she walks in the front door, and she's like, "Honey, sorry I'm late. They took forever getting these balloons ready. I just wanted to surprise you and show you how proud I was." Now, if I would choose the wrong path and stay angry, I'd be like, "You know what? Forget these stupid balloons," and I'd hit the balloons. "I don't want this plant." And then I'd be a jerk because I chose that anger path and I was using that energy. We'd go to the event, we'd get there late, I'd be giving her the cold shoulder. And instead of this special night, this award being something memorable, something that I had earned, and something special for her, and something memorable, it would be something that she would want to forget, and something that I wouldn't be proud of and I'd want to forget. All because I chose the wrong path, and I chose the energy from anger, and I used it in the wrong way. Now I'll say the same example. Now imagine if all that happens, but instead when the car pulls up, and I see that she's safe, and she walks in with the flowers and with the balloons, and she's like, "Honey, I'm sorry I'm late. I tried to get you this, this little gift, this little token as a sign of appreciation for all that you do for us." I would just say, "Hey, honey, I love you. Thank you." I'd take the flowers, the balloons, and put them on the table and say, "I was worried about you." And I'd leave anger as a secondary emotion, but I'd take that energy of the anger when I seen her pulled up, and I used it as an energy to love her, to make that night a very special, memorable night. Then we'd go to the award night. She'd never forget it. She'd be so happy. I would be happy. And that is just a really good example that I want to use today to show you. Take the right path. Understand that anger is a secondary emotion. You will always feel something before you feel angry. If somebody calls you a name, before you say, "Oh yeah," and you say a name back to them, the first thing you're going to feel is you're going to feel embarrassed. You're going to feel something before you feel angry. Remember, anger is a secondary emotion, and anger has a lot of energy. And some people can use that energy, like I said, in sports, to work hard. See, anger can be used in a positive way because it has a lot of energy. But again, remember the example I used. And when it comes to people who love you, always remember to use the energy from anger and go back to what you originally felt, which is usually love and worry and concern, and stay there. And make it a great night. Make it a great day.
It's just the way it is. You'll always feel something. Excuse me. Sorry. You'll always feel something before you feel angry. You'll feel guilty, you'll feel embarrassed, you'll feel like someone's trying to take advantage of you, you'll feel bossed around, you'll feel pushed around, you'll feel verbally you'll feel something, fear even, but before you get angry, you'll always feel something else. Once you get angry, that's a sure sign that you've already felt something else. You never feel angry first. You just never do. And so I hope that this video helped you put kind of it in sequence. Like, I had to figure it out. And I like using this example that I use on the anger path because in my life, waiting with a good attitude, being patient has been something that I've done. And not just in my personal relationship with my significant other, but at work, with friends, with relatives, with just about everything. You know, I start feeling something, and then when the people show up, or, you know, and they may be late or running late, rather than get upset or get vindictive or get, no, I keep a good attitude, and it's just like, hey man, I was worried about you. I'm glad that you made it okay. And, you know, just don't tell me your dog ate your homework, or don't tell me that you got a flat tire. You're not even dirty and you're only 8 minutes late. You know what I mean? Because, yeah. But the anger path, choose what path you take and be clear with people. Be clear with people. There's nothing better than clarity when you're communicating with others. And it's very important that you apply a lot of the principles that that I'm going over here on this video, the anger path. For example, whether it's at work, just about anywhere, you know, it's really easy to forget what you felt before you got angry. But if you can start remembering what you felt before you got angry, because it's like, feel what you're going to feel, then get angry when they're there, or, you know, when everybody's okay and is there. But when you open your mouth, do your best to refer back to the original feelings, your primary emotions before anger. All right, well, thank you, and good luck on Father's Day coming up soon. All right, bye.